Hello, my dear students. Good morning to all of you. In the yesterday's lecture, we discussed about rate of a reaction. Today, we will going to discuss factors affecting on rate of a reaction. Before going to explain the factors affecting on rate of a reaction, I will revise the definition or what we've seen in the yesterday's lecture. Rate of a reaction, the definition we studied. Rate of a chemical reaction, which is decrease in the concentration of reactants or increase in the concentration of the products per unit time, that is nothing but the rate of a reaction. For example, in the previous lecture, we are seen how to write the rate of reaction for chemical reaction. This is a simple general reaction. Reactants A are converted into the products B. Now, the rate of a reaction, it can be written as minus, I hope you understand why I am writing the negative sign here. Whenever I am writing the negative sign, it indicates decrease in the concentration of reactant molecules, minus dA upon dt is equal to concentration of products divided by dt. Here you can observe negative sign, which indicates the decrease in the concentration of the reactants, and here the positive sign that indicates the increase in the concentration of the product side. Okay. In general, suppose with respect to a stoichiometric amounts, suppose A is a stoichiometric amount, A is the reactants, plus B is converted, reactants are converted into the product C, plus D and D are the products. Now, how to write for this rate of reaction? Rate of a reaction for this reaction, rate of a reaction is equal to, in the previous lecture we discussed that, what we discussed, whenever there is a stoichiometric amount is given, that should be right in the denominator. That is one thing. And second one, whenever we writing the concentration of the reactants, we must put the negative sign. So, can be right here 1 upon A, D, concentration of A. What is this D? This is a small change, delta. This is a small change because we are writing with respect to the dt. Means per unit time, what time you expected, what time you want to do the rate of reaction, what time you want to determine the rate of reaction, that is the nothing but the dt. It may be of T1, T2, T3, T4, at any time you can determine the rate of a reaction. Minus, in terms of we are writing the both of reactants as well as the product, here dB upon dt is equal to, now we are come towards the products, 1 upon C dC upon dt is equal to 1 upon D dE, concentration of D upon dt. Now, see this example. Here a simple reaction, a general chemical reaction with respect to stoichiometric amounts. We can write here rate of reaction 1 upon A. What is 1 upon A? This is a negative sign is there because we are writing in terms of the reactant side. Always we know that whenever the reaction is completed, a reaction is proceed. A is the reactants molecules. Here we written A is the reactants and B are the products molecules. B are the products molecules. Always we know that for completion of any chemical reaction, means what? Suppose we are performing a chemical reaction, reactants are definitely converted into the product. Means initially we have some concentration and after some time they must be increase in the concentration of the product. When the reaction is going on, obviously concentration of the reactant molecules are decreases with respect to the time. As the time increases, concentration of the reactant side is decreases. That is written in terms of the mathematically. This is stoichiometric amounts. 2 are the reactants molecules. C and D are the product molecules. If you write for general example, 1 upon A, what is this A? A is nothing but just stoichiometric amounts. This stoichiometric amounts put in the denominator side. dA, the square brackets we can write here in the concentration side. dA upon dt is equal to, again I put here negative sign, because this B is also the reactant side, reactant molecules. 1 upon B dB upon dt is equal to. Now it comes to the positive side. What is the positive side? Because these are the products. 1 upon C concentration of dC divided by dt, 1 upon D concentration of D divided by dt. For example, I will take one more example, then we will go for the factors affecting on rate of reaction. For example, I will take a chemical reaction example. If suppose 4 molecules of ammonia plus 5 molecules of oxygen, if it is reacts, it forms 4 molecules of NO2 plus 6 molecules of H2O. This was the question. This is a question previously asked in 2 times of examination. How we can write the rate of reaction in terms of both? Sometimes it is asked as write the rate of reaction in terms of the reactants. Sometimes it is asked as write the rate of reaction in terms of the product. I will write in 2 ways. How rate of a reaction in terms of disappearance, in terms of disappearance. What is the disappearance? Suppose this reaction is going on. These are the reactant molecules and these are the products molecules. Where the concentration is disappeared? Obviously, reactant molecule concentration is disappeared. At the same time, concentration of the products will be appears. So just we have to understand the question and we have to write the rate of reaction in terms of the disappearance, in terms of the appearance. Rate of reaction in terms of the disappearance means what? Reactants concentration is decreases. Reactant concentrations are disappeared. Means we have to write the rate of reaction just in terms of the reactants. How we can write ammonia and oxygen? Here stoichiometric amounts are given. How we can write? First put the negative sign. 1 upon 4 concentration of ammonia divided by dt is equal to, again what is the second reactant molecules? Minus 1 upon 5 DO2 concentration of O2 divided by dt. This is concentration of reactant side. We must put as the negative sign because it is disappeared. And second, rate of a reaction in terms of appearance of product. Obviously, here concentration of reactants disappeared means what? Concentration of the products will be appeared. That should be right. Here again we have to consider the stoichiometric amounts of the products. 2 products are there. Stoichiometric amount 4. Here I will write only 1 upon 4. This is of indicating the positive side. 1 upon 4 concentration of DNO2 divided by dt is equal to, again I will put here 1 upon 6. There is a positive sign is there. D is nothing but the delta, that is small change of concentration with dt. Very simple. We can write it very simply. For any chemical reaction, we can write rate of reaction in terms of the appearance of the product, in terms of the disappearance of the reactants. Okay. Next we will go. What will be the units of rate of reaction? Very simple. We can find your units. How we can find unit of rate of reaction? Before understanding the units, we must write the rate. Rate means what? Rate of reaction. For example, if I want to write the rate of reaction, this reaction minus 1 upon, here no any stoichiometric amount is there, just write minus dA upon dt in terms of the reactants, or is equal to D concentration upon dt. Means what? Decrease in the concentration of the A, increase in the concentration of the B. So what will be the units? Now we can observe what is this? This is the concentration and this will be the time. So can be write as concentration upon time. Simply concentration can be expressed moles per liter, or generally time in SI units we can expect seconds. So can be write as moles per liter per second. You can observe here it will be the denominator. Denominator can be, if it is put into numerator, that will become the negative sign, moles per liter per second. Okay. I hope you understand this rate of reaction and how to write the rate of reaction. Next I will come factors affecting on rate of reaction. There are 5 to 6 factors are there which can affect on rate of reaction. First is nature of reactants. Second, temperature. Third one, concentration. Fourth one, concentration of reactants. Fourth one, concentration of products. Fifth one, presence of catalyst. And sixth one, particle size of the reactants. Particle size of the reactants. Now I will explain one by one what is the factors affecting on the rate of reaction. First is nature of reactants. For any chemical reaction, you are proceeding a certain chemical reaction, we should know reactants are converted into the product. At the same time, what is the nature of the reactants? Means what? What is the reactivity of the reactant molecules? Can it proceed for the reaction or not? We know that some reactions in a chemical reaction, some of the reactants are highly reactive, some of the reactants are moderate reactive, some of the reactions are very slow reactions. Means they will be definitely they will be converted from reactants into the product, but their own nature it will be plays an important role. For example, in case of some metal reactivity, if aluminum is there, sodium is there, zinc is there, from out of these we know that sodium is highly reactive because its nature is itself it's highly reactive. If we compare the reactivity of sodium with respect to, or we compare the reactivity of sodium, aluminum and the zinc, means definitely we can say here for same reaction sodium will be highly reactive. What it indicates? It indicates that nature of reactants it must place the rate of reaction. Means if itself the nature of reactant is highly reactive, then the rate of reaction will be high. You're getting my point? So likewise, some organic reactions are there, some of the inorganic reactions are there. Itself the reactant's behavior is important. Means nature of reactants, if it is highly reactive, then the rate of reaction will be high. If nature of the reactants, if it is moderate, maybe the rate of reaction will be the moderate. Likewise. So depends on the nature of the reactant. Second one, temperature. This is very important factor in case of finding the rate of a chemical reaction or determining the rate of a reaction. Basically, temperature or it is observed that if we rise 10 degree of Celsius for a particular reaction, most of the example we are already studied, we can see in the laboratory also, some reactions, for example, some reactants are converted into the products only at room temperature. See, some reactants are converted into products only at room temperature. Some reactants are converted into the products with some temperature, maybe of 50 degrees Celsius. For example, some reactants are converted into the product at 200 degrees Celsius. Why this variation is there? Means if some of the reactants at room temperature, they will become the rate of reaction is very slow. For that purpose, we little bit of temperature is supplied. Means what? The collision will be high. Means in between the reactant molecules, you will supply some of the energy. Collision will be there. More crowding will be there. We can supply the energy of activation will be decreases. Means likewise, the products will be converted. It means that temperature definitely affects on the rate of a reaction. It is observed that when you rise 10 degrees of the temperature for a certain chemical reaction, the rate of reaction or rate constant increased approximately doubled. Therefore, temperature is dependent on rate of a reaction. Definitely it will affect. If you compare a chemical reaction, or if you want to find the rate of a reaction or rate constant of a particular reaction with different temperatures can be determined. Means one of the reaction is carried out, one of the reaction is proceeded with a particular temperature, we can find the rate of reaction or rate constant. For the same reaction, it may be the rate of reaction can be determined with a different temperatures. Because of why? Because temperature can affect. Therefore, in some chemical reactions, temperature kept constant. Definitely. Therefore, if you increase the temperature, then the rate of reaction, it will becomes the faster. Or it is generally observed that if you rise 10 degrees of the Celsius of the temperature, then the rate constant, it becomes the double for that chemical reaction. Okay. Next, concentration of the reactants. This is very important. Concentration of the reactants. For example, initially, let me consider a chemical reaction A to B is there. A to B is there. Initially, these are the reactants. This will be the product. At time t equal to 0 means what? Initial time, we have the reactants only. There is no any products. Concentration of the reactants will be very high, 100%. Let us consider 100%. Means what? Full of the concentrations are there. Then products will be, after some time, product will be formed. Full of the concentration means what? More number of reactant molecules are, more crowding will be there, more collision will be there. Means highly the products will be formed. You are getting my point? After some time, at t equal to 5 minutes, for example, at t equal to 5 minutes, then what will happen? Here the concentration is little bit decreases. Initially, if 100 molecules are taken, for example, if 100 molecules are taken, as the t started, then the products will be started, formation product will be started. After time t equal to 5, then the concentration of the reactants of the little bit will be decreased, because some molecules are already formed. Therefore, concentration of the reactants little bit is decreases, means collision is less, more crowding will be less, means formation of the products will be less. As you go, time equal to 60 minutes, t equal to 60 minutes. As time equal to 60 minutes, what will happen? Means after 1 hour, 60 minutes after 1 hour, definitely the concentration of the reactions is, it will be decreases. Most of the concentration is less of the reactants. Now, lesser the concentration, the collision will be less. Means now the formation of the products, it becomes slow. What it indicates? It indicates that concentration of the reactants high, product formation is high. Concentration of the reactants is less, then product formation will be less. So this can be explained with the graph. Now see, this can be explained with the graph. Now this is concentration of reactants. Here reactants on y-axis, here it will be the x-axis. If it is taken the time on x-axis. So what we can observe? Initially, this will be the high concentration. After some time, as time goes on, concentration of the reactants, it will be decreases. Now, same time, when the concentration of the reactants is high, at the same time, the product formation is very high. Likewise, here it is the concentration of, or we can say here reactant side. Here it will be the product or rate. Now see, what will happen? Initially concentration of the reactant is very high. Now see the graph of the product, it's slight directly increases, means upward direction, means rate is very high. As the concentration is decreases, means what? There, if we find the rate of reaction at any time with respect to the finding the a tangent line, slope line, we can determine the rate of reaction. The rate will be, it will become the slow. As the concentration of the reactants, if it is decreases, then the rate of reaction will be very slow. After some time, it will be steady. Means what? Concentration is very less. With this, we can say what happens regarding the concentration. Concentration of the reactants decreases with respect to the time. Concentration of reactant. Here can I write as concentration of reactants decreases with respect to the time. At the same time, concentration of the product, what will happen? That will be increases. Here, concentration of product it will be increases with respect to the time. See, this negative sign indicating the decrease in the concentration of the reactant, positive indicating the concentration of the product. Means what? Whenever initially concentration of the reactant is high, the rate of reaction will be high. Concentration of reactants will be less, the rate of the reaction will be slow. Okay. Now next, concentration of the products. This is also very important factor. Sometimes concentration of the product also plays an important role on rate of reaction. How? We have some of the chemical reaction or some of the A plus B, if it is a reactant or reactant molecules formed a product P. Let us consider product P is there, as well as Q. P and Q are the products. A and B are the reactants. P and Q are the products. Initially, reactants are converted into the product. After some time, T equal to 2 minutes, 5 minutes or 3 minutes, likewise, small amount of the products is formed. Means what? Sometimes concentration of the products itself plays an important role. Some of the formed products itself acts as catalyst in case of the autocatalytic reactions. Autocatalytic reactions, reactants are converted into the product itself formed as itself act as a catalyst. In that reaction, once product formed as a catalyst, again point comes to the presence of a catalyst. Catalyst can be increase the rate of reaction, so that will be the increase the rate of a reaction. For some reactions, some selective reactions are there, the product may be inhibit the rate of reactions. Here, two conditions are there. Product may be increase the rate of reaction and product may be decrease the rate of reaction. Some enzyme catalytic reactions are there. In the formation of enzyme catalytic reactions, some of the products, it may inhibit the rate of reaction. Means there are two conditions, there are two types will be there. Some chemical reactions increase the rate of reaction with respect to the product, and some chemical reactions, product formed, rate of the reaction will be decreased. It means that concentration of product, it may plays an important role in case of affecting the rate of a reaction. Second is, and fifth one is presence of a catalyst. You know, all of us, presence of catalyst definitely which alter the rate of reaction. We are studying from the junior college, 11th standard and the 12th standard. We know the definition of catalyst. What is the catalyst? Catalyst is the foreign substance or external substance which alter the rate of a chemical reaction without involving in the chemical reactions. Getting my point? Here means what? As you use the catalyst in the chemical reaction, definitely the rate will be increases. Most of the reactions rate is increases. In some of the reaction, by adding the catalyst, it may be decreases. But here we come for the increase in the rate of reaction. So what will happen by using the catalyst? Again, I will draw one graph here. Here we can say energy. Here, what is the mechanism of catalyst? Energy, and this is reaction progress. This will be the reaction progress. Here we can see, suppose these are the reactants and these are the products. Energy profile diagram. If you are getting remember, here this is the reactants, these are the products, and we know that what is the energy of activation or activation of energy? This is energy of activation or activation energy. It is defined as energy required to convert from reactants into the transition state. You know that once the transition state is reached, definitely the breakup of transition state and products form into the product. This energy is required. This energy is required for bringing the chemical reaction. So here, by adding the catalyst, what will happen? Initially, this is without catalyst. You require this much of energy is there. You need this much of energy of activation is there. By adding the catalyst, what will happen? As we know, catalyst is never involved in the chemical reaction, but it's alter the rate of reaction. How it is alter? By changing the energy of activation. By changing the energy of activation means is decrease the energy of activation. Energy of activation without catalyst. Here we can say, and here energy of activation. Sorry, this is with catalyst, and this is without catalyst. With catalyst and without catalyst. Definitely we can observe here, when we are proceeding or performing a chemical reaction from reactant to the products without catalyst, we can observe here energy of activation is high. Means you required more amount of energy from bringing the reactant molecules toward the activation or activated complex, or we can say transition state. We can say here transition state or activated complex. Once the activation complex or transition state is reached, definitely the breakup of the activated molecules, breakup of the transition state molecules forms into the product. But you require the energy from this place to this place. Without catalyst, you require the more amount of energy of activation. With catalyst, you decrease the energy of activation. Means definitely we can say here, from this to this you require this some time, from this to this you require the lesser time. So that by adding the catalyst or presence of a catalyst, the rate of reaction will be increases. Okay. The last one, particle size of the reactants. This is also plays an important role. Particle size of the reactants means what? Some of the reactions, if we performing a chemical reaction in the laboratory, if a certain reactant molecules are taken, if reactant molecules are with directly like granules or stone-like structures, what we have to do first? The instructor and the laboratory teacher, he will tell you or she will tell you, first you take your reactants and crush it or make it a powder for performing a chemical reaction. Means what? Here particle size of the reactants, it must be keep it under consideration. As you decrease the smaller the particle size, and rate will be the very high. Rate of the reaction will be high. Getting my point? In some heterogeneous catalytic reactions are there. Heterogeneous catalytic reactions, reactants are always should be taken in the powder form, as well as catalyst also is taken in the powder form, because as we taking the particle size in the small or powder form, the surface area of the reactants which is increases. By increasing the surface area, the catalyst can be absorbed very easily. With that, more catalyst absorbed means product formation is very high, means rate of the reaction of that reaction is very high. Definitely, it means that particle size of the reactants, it should be very small for performing a chemical reaction. With that, the rate of reaction will be increases. I hope you understand all these things. Nature of reactants, temperature, concentration of the reactants, concentration of the products, presence of catalyst, and particle size of the reactants, which can affect on the rate of reaction. Okay, I will stop here. The next lecture we will continue for further more. Thank you.